Kenyans, we love shortcuts.
Package.
The authorities within the borders are part of what is going on.
Ukiwa na pesa kusumbuliwa na mzigo ni ngumu.
Smuggling story in Busia is one of the most dangerous things to talk about.
If you want to import any commodity into the country, the first thing that you'll be asked to do is possibly contact a clearing and forwarding agent who's going to help you fill out forms that range from 3 in number to about 12, detailing all sorts of taxes and fees and duties that you're supposed to pay, which are usually a percentage of the amount or the value of the good that you're importing. Then there's certification from the country of origin. There's what you need to fill out for your manifest. There's all sorts of things that you need to do. So you can imagine what that would mean for the price of any commodity that you import. Now think of the person who's gone through that entire process and then sees something that is similar to the good or commodity that he or she has imported for 1/3 of the cost. That, my friends, is a product of smuggling or counterfeiting of goods. Here's how to undermine other businesses, especially import-driven businesses, through smuggling. And the example we're using is of a well-known, infamous good: cigarettes.
Smuggling has a lot of benefits. One, there is aviation of tax paying, so the benefits are far much better. So somebody would rather go for goods from Uganda, smuggle goods from Uganda and bring them to Kenya because they'll not pay the tax. And then the money that they'll use to deport those things in Kenya, it is not much money. We call it agendo. So what is given on the borders or in the borders is something little as maybe 200 shillings, and your goods are in Kenya. Now it's up to you to find your way into Kenya and supply your things. Smuggling story in Busia, one of it is that it is one of the most dangerous things to talk about because nobody's interested.
Hapa tuko no man's land.
Hapa sasa tuko no man's land. Ndani na nipiga Ruto na mawe.
Ni hapa
Au sasa naishi.
Wezi nunua sigara paketi moja, sema unapeleka mzigo. Tunanunua boxes na
ni punch ama ni tao. He said tao.
unajua hiyo mzigo ikipita kabla hajasema.
Lakini sasa ni donga ngapi? Tao. Wengi ni ngori.
Carton moja unapata iko sasa na hizo packets 50 packets ndani. Uganda wanaitanga ndava. Si rahisi Mkenya aelewe. Ule Mganda ndo anaelewa kitu yenye uko unaongelea. Ukienda kwa hiyo store, si rahisi uuziwe. Yule mwenye store atajaribu kwanza kusoma akuone, huyu ni mtu mwenye anaweza fanya biashara ama ni mtu amekuja kupima biashara yangu. Unaona, lazima kuangalia juu hiyo sigara ndio yuko Uganda, lakini pia in Uganda hiyo cigarette ni illegal. Hawataki kuexport, inauzwa tu within Uganda, lakini wakipata umebeba mingi wanajua hiyo ni exportation unafanya.
As multi-agency, we've been able to seize quite a number of those goods, of course with other government agencies.
Have you ever taken something that you've later realized was a counterfeit good?
Could be taking water, or probably you bought even a mobile phone, and then later on you realize that actually what you are sold was actually a counterfeit. So initially when you look at the product, you think that it was original. The person who is selling to you has more information about that product than you yourself. So of course this person wants to con you. So it tells you this is an original product and this is the price. And then of course you go for it. Then only later on you realize that you have actually been conned. So cheap is expensive.
Something like sugar in Kenya, maybe a sack, it is much way expensive. So people rather go to Uganda maybe at 2,500 a sack. Sugar had employed thousands and thousands of people. But because of this smuggling of sugar, we don't even realize that sugar was going down, because you could see people just shunning away from buying sugar because it was expensive. And because of that, the company could not keep up with the competition. I'm telling you, in Western, it was the giant miller, and things have never been the same. We also have cooking oil. It is so much smuggled into Kenya. The money that is being lost in the smuggling of these goods into the country, it is damn expensive. The Kenyan government is losing a lot of money.
We did some study just a while ago in 2020. It's a national baseline survey on illicit trade. And they established that the value of illicit trade was 726 billion Kenya shillings in the year 2017, increasing to 826 billion in the year 2018, around 100 billion just in 1 year. Cigarettes are high valued products. It's very profitable. The consumers of these goods, they are also large in numbers, because alcohol and cigarettes, they go hand in hand.
The authorities within the borders are part of what is going on. So you are not just sure who is good and who is bad. So you not want to risk, because you are not sure who you are working with. I've seen with my own eyes some of the vehicles, the policemen being used, especially Wish and Probox. So they are part of this, they are the cartel within the region.
Ukipata Kenya Police au administration au MIP wenye wako roadblock, si rahisi wakushike. Kama unless mtu akuseti ajue umetoka na mzigo na unaenda route fulani. Watu wanasumbua sana sasa kwa barabara ni hawa CID. CID na wakikupata wako tu na wewe bumper to bumper. Lazima watataka kujua ni mzigo gani imebebwa hapo. Kenya Police nao unaweza fika tu na una drop pesa. Kama tuseme hata ni 100 boxes na zimebebwa na watu wa bike, na wafuatane pamoja, point tutalipa. In Uganda tutalipa 1000, Kenya tutalipa 1000, official point na kula 2000 peke yake. Sasa tukifika huku upate pengine mzigo inapelekwa hata Kisumu ama Kakamega, tutatumia escort kwanza, ndio sasa hiyo gari ifuate huyo escort nyuma. Unaona, escort sasa akipata mbele kumeumana, tuna communicate na simu. Akipata roadblock hapo, yenda ataongea nao maaskari hapo kwa roadblock, then awapatie kan kitu kidogo. Sasa hii mzigo si tukikuja hata tutasimama kwa roadblock, tutakuja kaa tumepita tukienda.
How is the police service trying to root out or combat that kind of criminality from within its own ranks?
Yeah, it is possible that that can happen,
because
that kind of business is a high-risk business.
Yeah,
where people easily make these quick monies. And they'll always try to infiltrate the law enforcement, both police and other partners, other agencies, manning issues of taxation around the borders. But then you see, for us, of course, first of all, let me say that we expect officers, to do the right things, do their work well, And for those who want to engage in those kind of malpractices, we usually rely mostly on the public to share with us information. We can call maybe intelligence, so that we can take remedial action from inside. Because the only way we can know, like from HQ and from other points of leadership, is when we have those kind of complaints. But of course, beyond those complaints, we have our own internal mechanisms. We are trying to monitor and know how the officers are working, what they're up to. That's now based on our internal intelligence. So when we get to know that using our internal mechanism, internal intelligence, we again crack the whip. Yeah. Yeah, by so many other measures. And basically, maybe it's a general suspicion. What we shall do, maybe we can do shuffles, we can do internal. Let's say shuffles, but when we feel there's something tangible, then we can go to the next level of disciplinary action. And then if now there's like evidence when there's that cooperation from third parties, like most of the public who are saying it's happening, this is the evidence.
Yeah.
Again, it can be a court issue. And then, of course, beyond that, again, we have other sectoral arrangements where we work closely with the EACC. Yeah, who can again do their sting operations and sort of this kind of elements.
We conduct raids every time that we receive intelligence. There are two forms of intelligence that we receive. There is intelligence that comes directly from the IPR owners. These are the intellectual property right holders or even agents who provide us with information that a particular container or a particular premise is probably selling counterfeit goods. So based on that information, we swing into place. Of course, we have enforcement officers who are stationed here, as well as also our border points, for example, Mombasa, Eldoret and Kisumu. So we've been given powers, actually police powers, to investigate and also to seize goods, and of course take the culprits also to court. That's on the supply side, where they have to fight counterfeiting, using the Anti-Counterfeit Act, which actually gives them the powers to do that. Then the other way that we receive intelligence is information from the consumers that we purchase this particular product, we suspect it could be counterfeit or substandard. On the demand side, we also have public awareness, where we create public awareness about the dangers of buying counterfeits, the dangers of counterfeits also to the economy, to your health, to your safety and so on.
Wadosi wengi wa smuggling hapa Busia ni the same. Unapata tuko na like 5 officers wa Busia wakubwa. Unapata magari mingi zinatumika kubeba ni za maskari hapa town. Mzigo mingi tunapeleka, zingine za maskari hapa. Ukiwa na pesa, kusumbuliwa na mzigo ni ngumu.
It's one way of earning money, especially to the young people who are not ready to go out there and face the world on the right track. So you are not sure, you are not just safe with anybody, because you might be talking to someone that is loading the cigarettes, you might be talking to a driver, you might be talking to a policeman whose vehicle is part of the smuggling. So you just don't want to talk about it. Or maybe you are talking to a brother who can connect you, or who can tell someone in a law enforcement authority, and they'll hurt you.
Basically, we want to change the mindset of the Kenyans so that they don't buy counterfeit goods, but they continue buying genuine, so that now they can grow the economy and also ensure that we're able to kick out counterfeits from the country. Because with the counterfeits, definitely we cannot also attract even foreign direct investments. Yeah, because the foreign direct investments actually follow those countries where the level of counterfeiting is very, very low.